Well, hello friends. Today we'll be talking about anticipation and pose-to-pose animation. What is anticipation? Well, anticipation is the action before the action, and it makes the rest of the animation look a lot more believable. And pose-to-pose animation is where you plan out your animation and you plan out your keyframes. So I'll show you step by step on how to make your animations with key poses. Let's dive into it. You'll need your notepad or scraps pieces of paper that you cut into 4 pieces. You'll need to draw with either a pencil or a pen, or if you'd like to animate, you can animate with your iPad or tablet and a stylus or an Apple Pencil. All right, let's dive right in. Now, what is anticipation? Anticipation is the action before the main action. So when you go to jump up, as you know, you bend your knees and you move your arms backwards so that way you can swing your arms up and you can jump. That movement, bending your knees, is the anticipation. Whenever we have anticipation, it sets up for the main action. So we'll be actually animating this together today. And keyframes, what keyframes are the main frames, the main poses that we can draw that capture the whole animation. And we can plan our whole animation in the beginning, and then we can work out the timing. I'll show you how to do that as well. So here are the keyframes for our jump today. We're going to have the rest, where there's this character, and then I'm going to show you how to build the anticipation. Then we're going to jump up high, and then the character is going to lift up his legs and he's going to fall to the ground. Now, as you can see, just like the bouncing ball, we have squash and stretch. So we're building upon these ideas. And if you don't know how to draw this character, don't worry, I'm going to teach you how to draw them while we draw the keyframes. All right, we are actually going to do 2 animations in this module. The second one is going to be the anticipation for a golf swing. So here's the rest. The anticipation is pulling back the golf swing. And sometimes you have more than 1 frame. Sometimes you can have 2 frames, or maybe even more, but it's the action before the swing. All right, so if you are using Flip-a-Clip, I want you to create a new layer. And if you are using paper, just grab a different sheet of paper. We're going to draw our keyframes. So let's create 2 new layers. It's on the bottom right corner. You create 2 new layers by hitting the plus sign. And these are our keyframes. So keyframes are the main frames that we use to plan our animation. So I'm going to teach you how to draw this character. So the first one is just a circle for the head. We're going to draw this bean shape for the body. It's like an oval, but like a bean. And 2 legs. And let's draw this arm like this. And this arm like this. And this character is looking to the side. All right, so this is our first keyframe. And now we're going to move into anticipation. The character is going to squat down. Remember, this is like our ball. And this is our squat, right before we jump up. This is our squash. So let's draw the head, and he could be looking up, while in the body, we're squashing the body. So there's some overlaps, and the legs are bending. It's getting ready to jump up. And maybe the arms are also bent backwards. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is our stretch. So number 3 is the balls moving up. It's like that. So let's draw our head. Okay, so that is our circle for the head. And the body is now stretching. And the legs are also stretching. So he's jumping up, and the arms come swinging forward. Okay, number 4 is when the character becomes back to a ball. This is at the top of the jump. So let's draw a circle. And let's draw that bean shape again. And maybe the feet are curved up. And the hands have come down a bit. Number 5 is when our character's starting to fall down. Let's draw the circle here. And stretching, right? Maybe the arms are up. I'm drawing that oval shape. Number 6 is we land and there's a squash. So we draw this circle for the head. And when I draw this cross line, this is for the center of the face and the center of the head. So we know which way the character's looking. And now we're squashing this character. So all right, so those are our keyframes. Here's the great thing is now that we have our keyframes, we can animate this very easily. So what are in-betweens? Well, basically in-betweens are the drawings in between the keyframes and the key poses. So if you look at our animation that we just did, let's play it. It looks a little bit choppy. It can be definitely a little bit smoother. How do we make it smoother? Well, we can add the in-betweens. So in between here and here, I can make a drawing in between right here, right? I can make a drawing somewhere here, and I can make a drawing somewhere here. And if you're doing this on paper, you can just have your 2 pieces of paper and draw in between those. Okay, so I'm going to draw in between these 2. This, and maybe he's still stretching, and maybe his arms are starting to fall down. Just a little bit. And let's add another frame. And we actually need this frame, the one where he's squashing. So we can actually copy this one. Let's copy this one here. So if you press that button, the paste one, then you can copy it backwards like that. And we can move this frame over. So let's take the lasso, copy it. Paste it. Copy it. And paste it. Okay, there we go. So now we've added that in between. Let's play it. Let's see what it looks like. Definitely looks smoother there. Now there's an empty frame, so I'm going to delete this one. Look how much smoother that one looks in the beginning. Okay, it looks a little bit choppy still in the middle, so let's add some keyframes there. Okay, so he's looking up, and then he starts jumping. And let's add a keyframe here. So let's go to this keyframe, let's hold it. Let's actually copy this one, so we'll press this button, and let's copy it to the left. We'll paste it here. Okay. So I'm going to take this lasso tool, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to move it down. So let's select it. You always have to move to your layer. So let's move it down. And you can adjust the in-between a bit. We can adjust the drawing a bit too. Maybe he's just starting to swing his arms up. Okay. Let's erase. And maybe he's just starting to swing his arms up. Okay, let's play it. Looks smoother, doesn't it? Okay, let's keep going. I think we're having fun here. Okay, so let's do the same technique. We hold this button down. I'm gonna copy this here. And let's paste it to the back. Okay, now I can take this layer. I can move it just a little bit for the in-betweens. Maybe I twist it a little bit. So now it's becoming a little bit smoother. I can also play around with the frame rate. So we can go to the project settings and increase the frames per second if we'd like. Maybe you want to have it 14 frames a second, just to see how it plays. Let's see how it plays. That's feeling pretty good. All right, let's finish our project. So I think we can use another in between here. So let's move him down just a little bit. And we can erase his arms so that they're going to go back up. And maybe we have his legs. So we're drawing the in-between poses. Got it. Looks pretty cool, huh? Okay, that's where he lands. And he stands back up. And here, he's going to jump back up again. So let's add that in between. So let's copy this one. And let's move this tiny bit over. And we can adjust this drawing just a little bit. And we can also add an in-between here. And copy it over. Move it over. Maybe we'll stretch it just a little bit. Squash it a little bit. And we can change the legs a tiny bit. Maybe that's his leg is more stretched. And his arm can still be swinging over. Swing back up. right, let's play it. Looks pretty fun, huh? All right, so we covered a lot today. We went through pose to pose and keyframes. So these are keyframes and key poses, and we added in-betweens to make it smoother. We have one last anticipation exercise, and this one should be pretty easy because you just did the last one. Let's make this golf swing. So we're going to practice this idea of anticipation. So let's draw it together. First, I want you to draw a frame. Let's add another layer. So it's the bottom right corner. Now, if you're doing this on paper, you'll just want to draw all the grounds first. So let's draw all the grounds first. So we're going to have 4 drawings, okay? So this is the ground. We're going to put a little dot here and a circle for the ball. Okay, let's hold this here and copy this and copy it forward. Let's hold it, copy it forward, hold it and copy it forward. We're going to have 3 main key poses. Okay, let's draw the key poses. So let's go back to the first frame and add another layer. And on the third layer, let's draw our character. And this time we're going to go pose to pose, meaning I'm going to just draw each pose as I go. Okay, so let's draw the circle for the head, and he's looking down. Let's draw that bean shape for the body. Let's draw the legs like this. And let's draw the arms coming out. And he's holding a putter. And let's also draw that here. Okay, so that's our character. In the next frame, this is going to be our stretch. He's going to stretch back this way. Okay, so let's stretch. So let's draw a circle here for the head. And let's put his arms out this way. And he's holding the golf club back. And he's starting to stretch. Let's draw the bean shape. He's starting to stretch. Okay, let's make the last anticipation frame. So now let's have his head go down just a little bit more, and we're gonna have that arms go all the way up. So he's really stretching. And let's have golf club all the way back. He's really stretching here. All right. Okay, let's play it. There it is. He's about to hit the ball. Okay, that looks pretty good. So you can see he's starting to stretch, and this is the anticipation of the follow through where he's going to hit the ball.
Now, if you like that video, make sure you hit the like button to help us grow the YouTube channel, and hit the subscribe button to make sure that you get notified for future videos. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.